I just smoke at the stove, choke on the smoke. They tell me to quit, don't listen what I'm told. They help me forget that this world is...
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 things that Supercell needs to change or fix as soon as possible, because there are things that need to be changed in this game in order to make the experience for us players a lot better. So we're going to jump right into this right now and start off with number 1. So as you guys know, many of you guys know, Supercell nerfed the clock tower as of 3 days ago in the new update. So the clock tower at level 4 used to have a 12-minute boost where it would boost everything: troops, build time, laboratory time, and yeah, basically everything for 12 minutes for 10% faster, which was a ton. That helped speed up the bases a lot more, and it did help players a lot. So as of the newest update, Supercell did change this from 12 minutes to 6 minutes, and now instead of doing 10%, it now does 8% boosting. So as you can see, if you click boost now, build time times 8% faster for 6 minutes. So they in long term nerfed it by 40%, because they nerfed it by 50% and then took away, they nerfed the time by 50% and took away 2% of the boosting power. So they did make it 1 hour less, so now it takes 7 hours between clock towers, and it used to be 8 hours. But I'd rather have that hour, and I know a lot of you guys are complaining about this, and you guys should be complaining because Supercell needs to hear us, and they do need to change this back because it makes building your base a lot slower, and you can't really keep up with the gemmers anymore. Like before, when the clock tower was better, like before it was nerfed, it was easy to keep up with the top players and like upgrade your base and get up there. But now it does change a lot. So just that one tiny nerf changed the game a ton for us, and it did make it a lot harder. So if you guys think that Supercell should change that, throw a comment down in the comment section and say hashtag unnerf the clock tower. So we're going to get into number 2. So this is a change that I know a lot of people want, and I came up with a good idea for it. So as you guys know, in the builder base, we can only attack 3 times a day for loot. You can attack more than that if you'd like, but you can only attack 3 times a day for loot. And this makes upgrading your base slower once again. So what happens is you end up getting your 3... So let's see, if my 3 attacks a day, I end up getting like 330,000 of each. So that's not enough to upgrade a single thing on my base anymore. 330,000 of each is not able to upgrade anything. So I would have to wait 2-3 days to upgrade something. Like my town hall, 1.2 million, I'd have to wait 4 days to upgrade my town hall. That is ridiculous. They need to change that. They either need to make the cooldown less than 24 hours, or here is a good idea, make it between 3 and 10 attacks per day. I think 10 would be a good number, so people could do 10 attacks for loot a day. I think it's good that they do max it. They shouldn't make it unlimited, because what that does is it makes players forget about their main base, and they do want players to keep playing their main base. It is just an addition to the game. It's not a new game, so they want players to keep playing their main base. So I think that's smart of Supercell to have their 3 attacks a day. However, they should change it from 3, maybe 5, and possibly even 10, so players could definitely upgrade their base, because 10 attacks a day isn't going to keep you from your main base much, and it is going to help players. It's going to make players more active, because they are going to want to stay online, and they are going to want to get their 10 attacks in to upgrade their village, and that will help a lot. So another upgrade that I think they should change is definitely cheaper walls in the night village. So as you can see right now at level 3, which level 3 walls are not good, so it costs 100,000 gold for just one wall section, which that is absolutely ridiculous. So if I wanted to max out all my walls to level 3 right now, which right now the max is level 5, and I don't even know the price of that, but if I wanted to max out all my walls to level 3, it would take me like 10 days or something ridiculous like that, because I can only upgrade 3 walls per day. So I'm only getting 300,000. So that is a long, grindy process. It's not really grindy, because you just gotta wait, and Supercell makes you wait a lot unless you want a gem. I'm hoping that they don't do it all for the money, but this last update, it seems as if they are all for the money. So they need to make the walls cheaper. And going on to our fourth change that they should make would be shorter upgrade times. So they should make the upgrade times for the builder base shorter. So let's say the Builders Hall 5 takes 3 days to upgrade. As of now, that works out because it does give you time to gain your loot back. But if they do make the changes for the 10 attacks per day, then we do need faster upgrade times or a second builder. But I think faster upgrade times will definitely make it better than a second builder. So the main reason we should have faster upgrade times is because of this clock tower nerf. Had they not nerfed it, this would be perfect. But ever since the nerf of the clock tower, they either need to unnerf it or they need to make the build times a little bit less so we can continue building our village. So moving on to our fifth thing is going to be the fifth thing that I think Supercell should change. As you can see here are blue walls. I don't know if most of you remember this, but this is my base. You can see here Surfing Boy, and this was my base about 2 years ago. We used to have our blue walls. So this was level 11 walls. Now they make, or I think level 12. No, level 11 walls. And now they're like fire reddish. You guys know what they look like, but this is what they used to look like. But out of nowhere they changed it, and I think this looked way cooler in my opinion. And I know a lot of players that agreed. It really made them pop, and it's just, I don't know, it looks so much like more pleasing to the eye to look at. It just made the base look so much better. See, doesn't that look nice? It's just overall pleasing to look at, and I do believe Supercell should bring this back to the game. I thought this was a great feature. It was really cool and different since everything's already red. It was something cool to look at, and it really stood out when you were searching through bases and you saw blue walls. It really just stood out, and people I don't know, people respected the blue walls more than they do now that they're not blue anymore. But if you guys think that they should bring back the blue walls and you think they look cool, type down in the comments, tell me that you like the blue walls and they should bring it back, because I think this is one of the coolest features of the game because it didn't match anything. That was the main reason they changed it, but I think that was the coolest part about it, that it didn't match. It stood out and it popped and it looked really cool. So let's move on to the sixth thing that I think we should change, and I'll see you guys back in a second. Okay guys, sorry I had to cut the video for a second, but we are moving on to the sixth change in the game. This does involve two of the other changes we did talk about earlier, and that change would be higher loot bonus in the Night Village. So, as you can see, I just got a text from Arcturus. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he does make all my thumbnails. He makes awesome thumbnails. If you guys want to see his channel, check it out. It's in the link in the description. I did link it. I link it in every video. He makes awesome thumbnails, and go check him out. He's awesome. I will post a speed art soon about how he makes his thumbnails, because he's really good at it. So look out for that, guys. But as we were saying, the sixth thing they should change is make the higher loot bonus in the Night Village, or the Builder's Village as a lot of people call it. But as of now, as I was saying before, I'm only making 330,000 of each resource a day, and it really isn't enough to keep up with everything and be able to upgrade everything, because I do have to wait a couple days in order to upgrade stuff. That also comes with the 10 tax a day and the shorter upgrade time, so that all comes together. So I'm just going to brush over that one real quick. And then number 7 is coming in with stronger troop ability. So as of now, you guys know that the barbarians have the rage ability, the archers have the sneaky ability, the sneaky cloak, the giants have the power punch, the minions have the long shot, the baby dragons have the tantrum, the big bomb, and then the last stand. And so yeah, so I believe that these are not strong enough. The barbarians only last for a couple seconds, the archers only last for a couple seconds, the long shot only lasts for like 3 or 4 hits, and it goes further. So the giant only lasts for the first hit, but I believe that it should be a little bit longer. The giants should probably be 3 hits. The barbarians should be probably a couple more seconds longer. But the reason I believe this needs to change is because right now for lower level builders halls, it's impossible to attack higher level builder halls, and you're being matched up together. So you need those abilities to be better in order to attack, because As you guys know, we don't have spells, and a lot of you guys are asking for spells in the builder's base, but spells would be just way too overpowered. Instead of spells, I think Supercell should change the abilities to be a little bit stronger or last a little bit longer, because that would change the game and make attacking a lot more enjoyable for the users. So next we're going into number 8, and this does involve the main village. As you guys know and love, we do have our Goblin Bases, the single player bases, and Supercell has not changed these since the since the time the game came out. So as you can see, this is the last one, and it's really easy now with our troops. So I think Supercell should add in more Goblin Bases. It would bring back a lot of people, I believe, because it's just fun. It was fun to figure out. It was fun to talk with friends, see how they beat it, and share different strategies and help each other win. So they should add a lot harder villages to beat, and it would make staying on shield a lot more fun and enjoyable, and all around just a more enjoyable experience of the game, to have more content to unlock and eventually beat these bases. So number 9 is better matchmaking in the Builders Hall Village. I'm sorry guys, most of these are for the Builders Hall Village because it is new and there are a lot of changes that needs to be made. So as I said, we need better matchmaking in the Builders Hall Village. So as of now, if you are Builders Hall 4 maxing out, which most of you guys probably are by now if you have been playing a lot, so you are getting matched with Builders Hall 5s, which as Builders Hall 4, it's hard to compete with Builders Hall 5s. I do have a couple videos on how to attack them, so if you guys do want to check them out, go check out my past videos on how to attack Builders Hall 5s as a Builders Hall 4. But yeah, it's just really hard, so Supercell needs to change the matchmaking a little more. So I know if you're high in trophies, that does weigh in, but also the strength of your base weighs into how you're matched. So they need to match players a little bit better, because Builders Hall 4s should be attacking Builders Hall 4s, and maxed out Builder Hall 5s should not be attacking new Builders Hall 5s, because it's just unfair. It's a huge difference between the troop levels and the defensive levels and what people have unlocked and stuff like that. So they do need to change that as soon as possible. And the last, but definitely not the least, change that Supercell needs to implement into this game is the wall pieces. So as you guys know, in the Builders Hall Village, you only get a certain amount of wall pieces, and 5 are connected. You can't unconnect them, so it does make building bases way harder, and it is very irritating. So you can't just put single pieces down, you have to put 5 at a time, and it does make compartments uneven and stuff like that, so it is really hard to build a base sometimes, and it's just annoying and irritating. It is kind of cool for the strategy, but I think that they should change it and make each wall singular. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. If you think that there should be any other changes made to the game, comment them down below and tell me what should be changed and why. And I'd like to see some of your guys' ideas, and hopefully Supercell could see some of this and make a couple of changes for us, because it will make the game more enjoyable. So as I said, put your ideas down below and tell me what you guys thought about my ideas. Were they good? Were they bad? What should change? What shouldn't change? So let's have a conversation down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for daily Clash of Clans content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.